And now, you're tuned into Tampa Bay's RBLR Sports.
Hi, hello, how are ya? My name is Liz. This is Tom DePinto, my co-host, and this is RBLR Sun. To our new listeners, welcome and thank you for joining us. For everyone returning, thank you for coming back. Please remember to like, subscribe, do all the clicky things, follow, whatever the heck's on all the places, especially YouTube, where you can see us talking and make funny hand gestures and faces. And I make lots of faces. I wear my face. I wear my face on my face. I wear my voice on my face, words or whatever it is. You know when like your face has captions? That's what I mean. No?
Yeah.
Right off the
Lizzie,
bat, we're starting with that.
is it time for me to bail you out here? Because
I guess. I
Lizzie,
mean, there are people who will know what I mean, but okay, it's fine.
No,
Anyway.
I got you. I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
We're some of the most expressive face havers I've seen in a long time. You and I.
Yes.
I think
yes.
We've got good faces, and I don't just mean attractive. I mean we've got great faces. Our producer is already telling us to move on from talking about how attractive we are. Yes. So, Lizzie,
how are you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing good. It's been a good week to be a Sun fan because it's another week where our team has given us a player every day. And that rules. That feels really good.
We're so spoiled as Sun fans. Like there's teams like DC who have one player. And we have what, 14 at this point?
More than that. 18, 17.
Yeah, a lot.
We're getting up there now. We're getting near.
Every day is a good day to be a Sun FC fan.
We have 24 minus 6 players, whatever the math is there. Do it.
I feel like that's 18.
Yeah, we have 18 players then. So it's pretty good. Again, the most players out of the entire Super League, the best logo, the best coach, the best stadium, the best cat that's trying to eat my Thai food. We have all of that. So we're doing very good as a team.
You left the Thai food out, man.
Yeah, that's on me. That's an amateur mistake.
Yeah.
It's still preseason for everybody. So, Lizzie, I know you very specifically have bad feelings about one person. You want to talk shit about somebody, right?
Oh, yeah. All right. So let's run down what we're going to do today. We talk about Harry Kane and how very wrong he is for just like at least like a minute, not that long. I just get it out. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then we will talk about the new Sun signings. There is an announced preseason game as well.
Got one.
And we're also going to make fun of DC.
It's easy.
They decided to change their entire logo.
They've got more logos than players. So.
Oh gosh, you just went there.
Easy.
Oh. So that was great. That was great. More DC. More logos than players.
It feels good to be a Tampa Bay Sun fan again.
It really does.
We have it way too easy.
Yeah.
I would love to be humbled. I wouldn't love to be
humbled. But why bother?
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We can be humble after we played games and lost something.
Yeah. And we're not going to lose week 1, so don't Dallas leave me alone. It's whatever.
Yeah. So for Harry Kane, who definitely listens to this specific podcast for sure. Did you he's talking about, he made some half-assed quote about how I think he specifically meant the men's team, but he referred to England as a nation.
Yes.
And said, as a nation, we haven't won anything. It's like the women won the Euros last year.
Buddy, it's not a nation.
Dude.
And this is called foreshadowing too, by the way, Leslie. We're doing a little bit of foreshadowing right now. We're professionals. The England women's national team has won something very recently. They won the last women's Euros.
Yes.
So, yeah, you, Harry Kane, and your buddies, you haven't won anything. It's because the England men's national team isn't very good.
No.
So I got no respect for the England men's national team, and I don't care to start learning about them or gaining respect for them. I'm 33 years old. It's not going to happen. Don't worry about it. But there is a this is a good segue. Do we jump ahead? Well, I do respect the England. I'm doing it. I do respect the women's England national team. And do you want to know why, Lizzie?
I would love to know why.
I respect the England's women's national team because we just signed Jade Moore, and she has 51 England national team experiences. That is one of our newest Tampa Bay Sun FC signings.
Freaking wild. We're going to be like the Yankees, but in the beginning when they were good and not after 2008 when they haven't won anything, and I'm definitely not bitter or salty about that.
Yeah, we're the 1920s Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle Yankees.
Oh,
we're the good ones.
Yeah.
So
tell me about this charity match. I read up a little bit about it, but it looks like maybe you knew a little bit more. This looks really, really cool. It was the Jade Moore 11 I saw.
Yeah. Oh, you know exactly as much as I do. It was the Jade Moore 11 versus a British Heart Health 11. And it was kind of an intergender match. She had some of her friends, men and women, playing some, I would assume some of her friends as well. It would be weird if she didn't like the people she played against in the charity match. But she played against them because when she was 16, Jade Moore, our new signing, our new midfield signing, the former captain of Birmingham City FC, Jade Moore, she had a heart defect when she was a child, 16, 15 years old. And it got found out she had 2 holes in her heart. And she had surgery and came back from it better than ever, went on to play 50 games for the English national team, played for Birmingham City, played for a number of very prominent English clubs. And it's all because she got that found out first. So it's nice to have a player on our team who has a cause that she cares about. And I want to see if she can kind of continue that here in Tampa Bay. I know we've got some kids' cardiac health charities here in Tampa Bay with Johns Hopkins, Children's Hospital, and everything else here. I think it'd be cool if she continued that. But it's nice to have a player with a nice sort of a story behind her. She's not just the story. She's 50 caps with the Lionesses. She's a very good player too.
Yeah, and she cares about her community. Like she wants to give back in a way. So I don't know, maybe Tampa General Health will realize this and they'll do something with her for this. That'd be really, really cool. I don't know if they did like some kinds of like, you said some kind of routine screening. I don't know if maybe they'll advocate for that. I know like something similar I've seen done was for bone marrow testing. Okay. That's been a really common one too.
Because I know she's a big advocate for like early testing. Because if it wasn't for that test when she was 16, she wouldn't have been a national team player. So I know it's a cause that's important to her. It's nice to have these really uplifting stories on the team. Jade Moore is one with the heart health thing, and Wasila Dawara Sawale came over here from Ghana, got hurt, almost wanted to quit playing football, playing soccer, and got picked back up at LSU in Baton Rouge and kept going. So it's nice to kind of be a team that players want to play for just because they found their love of the game again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully we can be that. We can be a team where people love to play for us. People love to cheer for us because I mean, we're doing everything right. And I just hope it translates to the future. I don't see any reason why it won't from now on.
Honestly, yeah. Leading into our next player, Yuki Watari. Just jumping ahead just a little bit. Her first professional contract was with FC Juarez. She was very, very proud of that. She posted that on her Instagram, and she still has it pinned. I can tell that she really is proud of that first professional contract.
It's a cool team.
But in her goodbye post, I noticed filled with comments about saying, "Oh my gosh, we're so sad we're losing you. We love you so much. Good luck to where you're going." But like lots of like, "Oh, we're sad we're losing you," which is always good to see.
Yeah. And that's the thing I've noticed about nearly every player we signed is underneath every post, everybody is like, "Oh my God, thank you for being here. You've been a great player." We're taking fan favorites. We're taking team captains.
Yeah.
We're coming for your best player. I don't care where you are in the world. Tampa Bay Sun wants to sign your favorite player. and
Yeah.
that is both a threat and a promise. So I mean, Yuki Watari, do not get me started. This is a signing for the sickos. This is one that this gets me riled up in all of the best ways. She is an NAIA legend. If you listen to the show when I first got on here like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe this is kind of an NAIA NCAA D3 D2 player. It's a bit of
was this one you predicted?
I did not.
Oh, okay, all right.
I did not have Yuki. It's because she's not from Florida.
Okay, that's fair. It's fair. All those were from Florida. That's true.
She played at the University of Tennessee Southern, which until very recently was a private school called Martin Methodist University. It was just in the past 40 years rolled into the University of Tennessee public university system. She went insane there. I know I'm allowed a couple of those.
She did. Holy crap.
I'm allowed a couple of those per show.
Yeah.
She played 87 games for the Tennessee Southern Firehawks, which
Great name.
A good name.
Great name.
87 games, 77 goals, 69 assists for a total, again, in 87 games, 223 points.
That's pretty. That's
that's
nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
No, this goes back to a big thing I have as a very amateur soccer scout. I don't care what level you play at. If you get 223 points in 87 games, I want you on my team. You are a baller. And
I like that her assists and her goals, they're very even too. So she's not like a ball hog.
No, she's a wing midfielder. I think from what I've seen, she kind of likes to play on the right. And I can't remember who it is, but we've got a couple other players who like on the right too. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I do maybe suspect we might attack up the right side. I don't want to blow up Denise's game plan for Dallas in August, but I think you might have to look at our attack up the right side. I think it might be very good. Maybe try your best to keep us from crossing in off the right and scoring on you, but I doubt you'll be able to do it. Is sort of the thing. And the thing I really love about Yuki Watari is she's not the sort of player to just come up the right side and cross it in. She's not. It's something. If you've been watching Copa America, you've seen a lot of the USA coming up the right side and crossing in. If you watch Yuki Watari at University of Tennessee Southern or Nashville Rhythm, where she played, she does not play the ball in because she sees an opening. She wants to go to goal. She comes up the right side. She cuts inside. She gets body checked by 4, 6, 7 different people, the goalie included, and just fights through it. She is the very definition of toughness. She is the Tom DePinto type of soccer player. She is exactly what I want. I feel so bad that we still have like 3 more players to talk about because I am so high on Yuki Watari.
It's exciting for sure. I mean, and this is just a player we have as more information about too, like some of the other 2 players because they are foreign. It's honestly just harder to get information because a lot of it's in a different language, and Google Translate does not do well. And I apologize that I don't know. I can't. I think it's Dutch.
We gotta hit up Santiago about at least a couple of our signings. But we have a lot of information about Yuki Watari because I am a huge Yuki Watari fan, and
that's true. Yeah.
But I mean, it's the right type of signing. I think I've said it before about Super League. Is I want Liga MX players. I think we're going to have no problem at all attracting good quality players out of the Mexican domestic league.
See, I'm wondering if because don't they have doesn't the NWSL have a thing with Liga MX?
I don't know if they have a thing because I think it'd be
they have a tournament.
Yeah, no, they've got the tournament because NWSL wants to be the MLS of women's
I know,
soccer.
but so I'm wondering if they would be like, no, you can't deal with USL Super League at all.
No, it's I think it's one of those things where it's totally like
up
to the players. You know what I mean?
Right. Fair enough.
So I don't.
I'm
see
sorry.
that.
I could see NWSL being petty.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see more of that as time goes on. We're going to see more petty NWSL, the stronger Super League kind of gets.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really like it because that's not the only. Here I go segueing again. That's not the only Liga MX player we've signed. We also picked up out of Querétaro FC a Mexican native, Jazmin Enrigue, who I am also very excited about.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Go back one. We forgot 2 very important facts about Yuki Watari.
Oh, you got your fun facts. No,
Yes,
that's
I apologize. So part of what I decided to do this week was thank you for switching it back, super producer Eureka. So she's super cute because she posts a lot in Japanese, a little bit in English, and I just saw that she used the word y'all in one of her posts. And something about that was just really adorable to me.
Oh, not that rude.
Like of all the English she picked up, y'all was part of it. She played beach soccer in Japan in like 2022. Very, very cool. I know beach soccer is hard as fudge. And then she has Wonder Woman arms. I feel like the world needs to know this. Her arms are amazing. She has not skipped arm day a day in her life. That's for darn sure. All right, and that's Yuki Watari.
Lizzie, I love that. I mean, if we picked up a player who again, she's a dual nat. She's Japanese Brazilian.
I don't think we mentioned that she's dual national.
That's an incredible combination when it comes to just human beings in general. Much love to Japan and Brazil as countries, but man, when they come together, that's very funny to me.
Yeah.
I understand look, I've read the articles, I've looked at the propaganda posters. There's a lot of Japanese Brazilian overlap. It was a big effort to get Japanese people to move to Brazil, but it is still very funny that it happened.
Yeah.
And that the Tampa Bay Sun have signed somebody who benefited from that. So Yuki Watari, be careful because I think you just became this podcast's favorite player.
Yes. I mean a little bit, but like we can't play favorites.
No, we can, Lizzie. We can. We're not on any barrel. We absolutely can.
Oh, okay, sweet. All right.
Yeah, don't worry about that. We're okay.
Oh, I don't know because this next player, Jazmin Enrigue, does have a super cute Chihuahua named Romy. And is just as athletic as Jazmin. I can talk today so good. Like, oh yeah.
This is how you introduce our new player. You say she's got a Chihuahua.
Yeah, she's got a Chihuahua. It's so cute.
Yes. All right. Yasmin. All right.
Yasmin.
It's a Spanish name. Yasmin.
Okay. Yasmin.
All right. She's Yasmin, Lizzie. And again, you know how I was just saying we just steal captains from around the world?
Yeah.
Yasmin was the captain of Querétaro FC in the Liga MX Femenil. We just keep taking everybody's favorite players. I'm sorry. It's not that. I don't think Christina's uncle is trying to do it. It's not personal.
No,
Birmingham, Querétaro. I think she might be trying to.
I think she is. I think it's entirely on purpose.
We're just taking good players. It's whoops. Yeah. Sorry. So look. All right. You want me to do the stats thing real quick on Yasmin? She either has, and there are differing sources on this. Welcome to the wonderful world of women's football, by the way. Impossible to tell what's going on at every given point. Jazmin Enrigue Abundis. I think she just goes by Jazmin Enrigue. That's what I've seen mostly. She has either 91 or over 150 games played for Querétaro FC. At least 11 goals scored. She's the captain. She's, again, I mean, if you're the captain of a team in Liga MX Femenil, you're a very good player. We're taking players out of Scotland. We're taking players out of Mexico. And like I was telling you, if we as a league, not just we as a team, if we as a league, Super League, can slot right in around the level of the Scottish Women's Premier League, the Mexican Domestic League, I think that's gangbusters. I think that's exactly what we want to be aiming to do. I don't think we're going to change anybody's minds in our first season about who the big league in is America. I think everybody knows NWSL is around, but I think if we can take these players from from France, from Scotland, from Mexico. I think that's going to set a very
From
strong
Bradenton.
From Bradenton. What's up?
Sorry, I had to be like, oh, all these places, but also home.
I do hope our next sort of like couple signings are local.
That would be nice.
Like I do like the fact that I don't want to say it. I like the fact that we're quite obviously better on paper than everybody else in the league. And look, I qualified it. I said on paper. We look better
on paper. That is fair. Yeah. I mean, and I can't tell you how many times, and I always bring it back to the Rowdies, but I can't tell you how many times on paper the Rowdies should have done better.
Yeah.
So on paper could be nothing.
Yeah. It means nothing. And I mean, we've got all these international superstars. We've got all these captains. We've got players with international experience. And we've got a great coach in Denise Schilte-Brown. But ultimately, it could mean nothing. We could be fine. We could not make the playoffs. I don't believe that for a second.
No. We have to make the playoffs. Gosh,
I'll put money down on us making the playoffs, much less us winning the whole league.
Yes, I would actually do a sports bet on that, and I think sports betting is kind of silly, quite frankly. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, we're not big sports bets peoples.
No.
But if you've got, hey, everybody out there, we're doing a sports bet. Welcome to the Sports Bet Podcast Center. Put $10 on the Sun.
Yeah.
If you lose,
I owe you the Sun to win.
If we don't win and you put $10 down on the Sun, I owe you $1. I'm not gonna cover your whole $10, but come on, I'll give you $1. That's how confident.
A lot of doll hairs.
It's pretty confident.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got rent to pay, so maybe I won't do it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah.
It's the end of the month. We'll see. You know what I mean? Hit me up when you hit me up. But hey, I got a pretty good feeling about this.
I do too. Yeah. It really does feel like we're pulling a different quality of players. Like Fort Lauderdale is kind of doing the younger thing, which is totally great. That's absolutely a way to go. We're kind of doing like we're trying to pull these like really well-capped quality players to see if we can just kind of build not a veteran team, but just a well-crafted team, I guess.
Yeah,
a well-crafted team right off the bat, as opposed to like maybe growing a team, like younger team.
I do think we are. I mean, nothing to say for well-crafted, obviously well-crafted, but I do think we are also a veteran, experienced team in comparison to a lot of the other teams in the Super League. Our youngest signing at 22 years old is a new. This is a transition, Lizzie. Be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Our youngest signing at 22 years old is a new forward. Our fifth or sixth. What did I say? Our sixth forward, I think.
Yeah.
Is the 20-year-old Denmark player, Cecilie Fløe Nielsen. Wow, look at that. He's so on the ball with that. She's a player I'm happy about having because she is young, and I did want to see a little bit of thought about the future, because it's one thing if we come out into the Super League and we just go gangbusters, we go crazy with a bunch of veterans and run the whole league over. But I want to see Tampa Bay Sun willing to invest, sort of willing to have some younger players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in that, just to derail for just half a second, I do hope that one of our keepers is younger as well.
Yeah.
Because I would love to have like, okay, we have this really good veteran goalkeeper, and then they train the younger goalkeeper to be amazing.
I think we got room for 2 more keepers on the roster too. Is the thing?
Yeah, that would be nice if we could have another keeper. I think you have to go bug Christina Uncle again. For another keeper. That's apparently the only way we get one.
She hates it when Christina Uncle, how you doing? A lot of respect for what you do, and I'm only doing this out of love. But I'm a goalie. Give me another goalie. I don't respect a soccer team that's only got one goalie. All right, so get one more on the roster. All right, I'm done being mean. I like you, Christina. You're really nice. But yeah, back into our segue. Okay.
Yes.
Cecilie, what do you think it is? Did you listen to her name pronounced yet?
No.
Okay. Cecilie or Cecile?
Cecilie Fløe Nielsen?
I'm going Cecily.
Okay.
Cecilia. No, Cecilia. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's definitely Cecilia.
Okay.
I took German.
Feel free to, but this goes for any players that we name, by the way. Feel free to correct us on anything, especially stats. If you have your own stats and you'd like to send them to us, please, for the love of God, feel free to, because we would love that to keep everything accurate.
They're hard to find. Please help us.
Yes.
So, Cecilia Fløe Nielsen. Is it Flo or is it Floey? Is it?
I think we're getting too hung up on the name.
It's. I'm so distracted by what a foreign name it is. But Cecilia, she is incredible. And this is a thing about like, oh, we want to have a young player, but also you want to have players with experience. Well, why don't you simply have a young player with
experience,
nearly a decade of experience already? Exactly. She's played in the Danish National League system for Odense, for Kolding, for Koge, Koge. Again, I don't speak Danish, but the team she just came from won the Danish league twice while she was on the team. And this is something you've heard me say before, putting on a bumper sticker, whatever. You have to know how to win before you can win.
Yeah.
And this is a player that knows how to win. So I'm real excited about her coming here. I mean, she's not just out of the ether either. She's not coming out of nowhere. She played out in Claremont in Central Florida for Montverde Academy as a high schooler. She came here to Florida to ball out, and she did so. And she is returning to Central Florida to continue balling out. So I think it's a
Florida,
nice mix.
I like that place. I'm gonna come back.
I mean, why wouldn't you? If you've gotten a taste of the Central Florida sunshine, how could you not want to stay here?
Honestly,
I
was
say
just
as a
trying to
guy
convince my boss today to move to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying this as a guy who was still wet from walking around in the sun like 4 hours ago. It's fine. It's fun. It's nice. The beach is right here. Don't worry about it. So
it just rains every 15 minutes or so.
That's the good 15 minutes.
That's true.
So it's another good week of Tampa Bay Sun signings.
Yes, for sure. She was another player who had a lot of people on her Instagram posts when she was saying goodbye to her team, saying like, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna miss you so much," and it's not gonna be the same without you, all that kind of stuff. So we like to see that just because it shows that the player has a strong ties to their community. So we know that they're gonna be really excited to come here and play.
Yeah. Well, that's something we're big on here. Is more importantly than stats. If the fans love you, I think that's what's really important. You know what I mean? So I mean, we've got a lot of captains. We've got a lot of fan favorites that we've stolen. So when you've got a team composed of veterans, goal scorers, fan favorites, captains, I think it's a real recipe for success. We said it time and time again that like we are truly building a team in a different way than a lot of the other teams in the Super League, and I think it's kind of in Denise's best interest that she does that, and not just her best interest, but she's doing it on purpose. It's not a mistake. The team she's assembling.
And speaking of all of the Super League rosters, you can read a brilliant article written by our own James Knowles on RBLRsports.com. He just talked about that. It is available on all socials, but RBLR Sun FC as well. Make sure that you go ahead and read through that. I'm sure it's very intelligent and great.
Yeah, he's one of the finest minds of our generation when it comes to Tampa Bay soccer.
Honestly, and of the people on this who aren't on this podcast who know a lot about local women's soccer, he's up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we ran into him just randomly, Lizzie and I, at a League Two St. Petersburg FC game because he knew one of Tampa Bay United's players was a Puerto Rico national team player. He's a guy who knows his stuff.
And showed up in his Sun shirt.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Just out of the blue randomly.
Yeah.
That's how big Sun is. We're a massive club.
Massive.
The biggest.
I love it.
So I think we're fine. I mean, I'm not. Listen, do you got any opinions about like the other teams around the league, like how they're putting?
I heard DC got a new logo. And it's.
Lizzie, save the DC stuff. I got a whole thing I want to do about that.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm sorry.
Maybe talk about any other given team. That wasn't a transition.
Oh, I thought it was a transition.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm talking about any other team. Wait,
I'm not any other team. We're getting into the weeds because we're hitting stride, but like we're hitting stride where we're like, oh, let's transition, but like not quite that many times. All right, this is a genuine question, Lizzie. How do you feel about the other teams in the league?
Yeah, they're there.
Oh my god, they're there.
They're there. We're the sun. We're the sun.
Look,
they're there.
Look. It seems like
it's our league. They're just playing.
It seems like nothing, but that's so accurate. Every other team in the league is sort of there, and then also the Tampa Bay Sun are doing so much.
It's the Tampa Bay Sun League.
What like what Dallas? Dallas said they're like, oh, we're gonna build a local club. You know, we're here in Texas. There's a lot of good Texas talent. I mean, great, and I'm sure there are, but Cecilie, who we signed today, she signed for Southern Methodist in Dallas. So we took her from them. So like, if you're not signing her, what are you guys doing over there? Like, what's the big deal? Have fun.
Yeah, like we stole from North Carolina too.
We've stolen from them. We've stolen from them so hard. They've signed like 3 academy players, which actually let's hats off to Carolina real quick. They've signed either 2 or 3 academy players, which is incredible because they are the only Super League team to have signed any academy players. They signed a 14-year-old who played for Sioux Falls in the WPSL. They signed 2 more players who are kids.
That's definitely a move.
Yeah, I don't know if it is first season success type moves.
Yeah.
But it is cool. It is going to get them,
that's true.
It's going to get them money when they sell those players on. That's what it is. When their 14-year-old signs for San Diego Wave in 3 years, Carolina's going to get some money for that. So I don't know. I would like to see I'd like to see us get some academy players. There's some really good players in Tampa Bay United. Lizzie, this is a transition, by the way. There are some very good players at some local colleges, some local club teams here. I have to give a shout out to Tampa Bay United, who are a very good local women's team. They're in the fight for the USL W League wildcard spot as the second team in the Southeast Division. And we like Tampa Bay United women's team so much. Lizzie, what are we going to do about it?
So we are going to go out and get super loud with the heat wave at Ed Radis. Why are you laughing now?
Nothing. Ed Radis in
Ed Radis, yes. At 5 p.m. this Saturday, 6/29. Be there or be square. We're gonna go cheer on Tampa Bay United. They're playing Miami Athletic Club. So Miami. That's my second. We got 2. That's it.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's the last regular season game. Tampa Bay United says they're going to have music. They're going to have player signings. They're going to they'll hang out with us and sign stuff. They're making it into a big deal. We're making it into a big deal. So if you plan on coming hanging out at Riverfront Stadium, come meet us. Come meet all your new best friends at Ed Radis tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow when this comes out.
June 29th.
Yes, if you have a flag, bring a flag. If you have a drum, bring a drum. I'm just gonna take my season ticket holder flag, slap it on some PVC, and wave it around, man. That's all you got to do.
Even if you don't have that, just come out, have fun, be loud. We're gonna have a blast. And we are possibly planning on watching the Tampa Bay Rowdies game afterwards at a local brewery. So come out and join us. Because we want to start building this culture from the ground up, and this is how we're going to do it. Right?
Heck yeah.
Right. So let's
So speaking of culture and places that don't have it, DC and their logo is
Liz, that transition. Speaking of culture and places that don't have it.
Yeah.
No.
DC's logo is sure kind of just two wings again, or is it a lighthouse, or is it a lighthouse with wings?
It's the Washington Monument. It's not a lighthouse.
Oh, it's a Washington.
What kind of American are you? Oh my god. Are you just now realizing?
Yes.
Elizabeth.
I'm cute, not smart. Okay.
The Washington Monument. It's a
Real
massive.
Cute.
It's a massive phallic symbol for a dead slave owner, is what it is.
Okay? And I thought it was a lighthouse.
No, it's much worse than that.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're look.
So it's the Washington Monument with wings.
It looks like something right out of Overwatch.
It does. Oh my god, it does. Yeah, it does
really
look like an Overwatch logo of some kind.
And the DC interlocking logo is like good in a nutshell. But
yeah, it's actually that part's not bad.
No, you know why it looks good is because it looks like the DC skate shoes logo.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because somebody already did it. Look.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I
love that they also took the 3 stars off there. Like, oh, you haven't earned any stars yet.
Oh yeah, because it's the DC stars. But no, you don't deserve stars in your crest. No. Come on. I was big a couple weeks ago, a month ago, into being Fort Lauderdale show or whatever. Tampa Bay Sun versus Dallas. That's the real rivalry. But I'm over it now. I'm making fun of DC. I don't like this team. They're all right. Look, their logo, not good. Looks like it's from Overwatch. They've had 3 logos. They have 1 player signed. The name
3 logos.
Well, they had the first logo, the red one with the big dumb wing, and then they sort of said we're not using that. And they use the circle logo, the Twitter circle logo.
Oh, okay, yes, technically yes.
Yeah,
right.
It technically wasn't their logo, but they were using it. I'm counting it. They've
Okay,
had 3 logos. They've got 1 player. The player is good. Well, I'll give her flowers in a second. I'm making fun of her team right now. But they got a coach and he's fine. He's from DC, Fred Bryant. But the name's a pun. I have no respect for a team that puns their name. DC Power, really? Oh, you got your AC power and you got your DC power. Okay, yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Even wow.
Yeah. Oh,
that's pretty bad.
It's a thinking man's joke. Yeah, it's not funny. It's not cool. It's yeah, and it's this. That's the reason they want to go for is that DC is the seat of political power. And it's yeah, I understand what you're doing. I don't like it, and I think it's dumb. Let me read some choice quotes.
Okay.
From one of the owners of the DC team that I picked out of this article that they had is one. We hadn't produced our uniforms yet. We hadn't produced our merchandise for sale. We hadn't launched ticket sales with any type of announced roster. So now's the time to make the change. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
My dude, this launches in a month and a half.
2 weeks before preseason. That's time to make the logo change. Yeah. Hey.
This is why the NWSL is not scared of us.
Yeah, literally, I have seen.
This is why the NWSL is not scared of us.
I have seen fans underneath the DC Power stuff be like, "This league is a joke," and it's no, this league isn't a joke. USL Super League is good. Tampa Bay Sun are killing it. Lexington SC, Spokane, they're killing it. Fort Lauderdale United is independent, and they're signing some great players. Dallas Trinity is playing at the Cotton Bowl. That's incredible. We're doing some really good things in this league. Brooklyn FC is signing some great local contacts where they're building from the ground up in a very grassroots style. USL Super League is doing some really incredible stuff. DC Power is a joke. Let me give you this one. This was one of the last quotes in the article, and I'm sorry. This is from one of the minority owners. They're all minority owners. Everybody owns a small stake. It's sort of they're all in on it. This is from one of the owners of DC Power. We are preaching some patience with the fan base. We're ready to engage with our fans pretty quickly. We just need to be completely prepared to do that. So you're ready to connect with your fans. You're ready to make fans in the already crowded DC women's soccer landscape. Games in 50 days from now, you're ready to connect with them. You just got to change your logo.
That's wild. Like, you are not setting yourself up for success.
No.
Like, especially if you just, I hate to keep comparing to the Sun, but like, how many events have we had?
Yeah.
We had like the initial brand event was a whole thing that people got invited to.
The Tampa mayor was there. The Bucks mascot, the Rays mascot, the Lightning mascot were all there. You want to talk about connecting with the fans when you are ready to do it? Yeah. My guy, you should have been ready to do this 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I never want any soccer team to fail. Men's, women's, amateurs, professional, American, foreign. I don't care. But DC Power, you guys are not looking very hot.
No.
It's talking out of like both sides of your mouth, saying, "Oh, we want to do it right when we do it." Oh, we don't just want to come in and we want to make sure our identity and our colors fit in with the DC sports landscape. And you settled on blue and black. That's after making admittedly the wrong choice in red and black. Like you already messed up once, and now all of a sudden you want to fix it and say, "Oh, we're doing great. We've got a WNBA player in our ownership group. We've got an NHL player. We got an NBA player in our ownership group." I don't care who you suckered into buying stakes in your team when you're mucking about how many more cuss words do we have, because I'm mad at DC. I don't think this is a well-run team by any measure. They are playing their spring season, the schedule that has been announced. They're playing that at Audi Field, which makes fine sense. It's where DC United plays. It's where the Spirit play, and
it's where the Spirit play too. Okay,
yeah, but different seasons, so not at the same time. What's really cool is that DC Power hasn't announced where they're playing in the spring. They're leaving it up. Maybe Baltimore. Maybe where Loudoun plays for USL Championship. Maybe.
Oh, so wait, they've only secured it. They've only secured it for the fall.
Yep. Or they've only announced. That's a big thing we're getting stuck on in Super League. Is things have stuff going on behind the scenes, but announce it. Or else you just look like you don't have anything going on. That same article that I'm quoting this guy from, Stewart, I think his name is James Stewart. I didn't save his first name. Doesn't matter. Not important. If he wants to come on the show and defend himself, he's more than willing to. But it will be a hostile environment, Mr. Stewart. He's saying, "Oh, we've got 17 players signed." And to that end, they did announce one player today that I'm relatively impressed with. Should be a good depth player for Tampa Bay Sun FC. DC Power signed Jordan Baucom. She's got 32 games played, 25 goals. Very good for Hibernians, the Hibs out in Scotland. And they're good on the women's side. They're probably better on the women's side than they are on the men's. So if you know the name, it's a good team, but it's not Celtic, and it's not God forgive me, it's not Rangers. But so they made a good first signing. She's one of the better strikers in the Scottish League. But it's going to be an interesting matchup for us because we've got some players that are familiar with her.
Yeah.
If they keep signing along that line, I think they'll be a good team. They do have a strong ownership group. They do have money. They just, as it is, they look like a bunch of jokes.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, they're literally just gonna have to announce they're gonna have to do what we're doing and announce like a player a day.
Yeah, they're gonna announce 10 players in one day. They're gonna have to, because they said they've got 17 players and they want to announce them before preseason starts on July 8th, which the league said preseason starts on July 1st, so that's a week difference.
Okay. So their preseason starts July 8th.
Exactly. Yeah. Look, we're DC Power, and we're doing everything after everyone else, which is
when they're ready.
We're ready.
When they're ready.
We're doing it. Tempe Sun. We do everything 2 weeks before everyone else. DC Power does it 2 weeks after everyone else.
Yep.
It's their own strategy, and who are we to say it's wrong? You know,
They are the Internet Explorer of the USL Super League.
yeah. So I don't know. Obviously I wish the best for them. I don't want any team to fold, like I said. I don't want.
No, I feel bad for their players because I bet their players have just been like, can we announce me yet? Because I would like to show that I play on a team. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for their players. Just because I'm sure they're waiting and they're excited and they want to be announced. So that sucks to just have to keep waiting. But hopefully they'll get announced soon. They'll get their players. They'll get their shit together.
Yeah, I think this whole league will. I know maybe a couple teams have a full 11 right now. Not everybody in the league, not all 8 teams, but I wouldn't be worried if you're a Super League fan. I wouldn't be worried if you're an NWSL, women's soccer fan. It's all coming together. It's all there behind the scenes. We're not seeing everything, so it's not a big deal, I think. But
no, if you're a women's soccer fan, I'd just be like rolling in it. Just be like,
rules,
I got all the soccer in the world coming, man.
Yeah. So I think it's good overall. I think we look the best. We Tampa Bay Sun. Everybody else is going to have a fun time trying to keep up with us. But I love that. I'm biased, but hey. So yeah, I think we're doing good. And all right, I'll see everybody on Saturday at Ed Rennis. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay, no, but for realsies, I mean, it was for real. Everybody should come Saturday. Yes, please. But that does seem to wrap it up for today. So thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
What?
The team might be out there. I don't want to be like.
Oh yes, the team did ask about the event. I don't know. I'm trying to hopefully give them like something of a head count by tomorrow. We'll see. But the team might be at the event, so players might be at the event. I'm just pulling this out of my butt right now, so who knows?
Again, might be
but it'll be a good time for realsies. Make sure that you like, subscribe, click the follow, the likes, the buttons, all the things on the YouTubes, the TikToks, the Instagrams. Go follow Tom at RBLR Tom on Twitter. Follow me, Lizzie the Lion, on Twitter. I say a lot of things. He says a lot of things. They're usually all soccer related. But again, like and subscribe, especially on YouTube. Come watch us on YouTube.
Yep.
And thank you and have a wonderful night.
Thank you for tuning into this presentation by RBLR Sports. On your way out of the stadium, please remember to like and subscribe.